Here, Baris, now we need to create the book copies table. Okay, this is the book copies table. This is the book copies table. This the book copy table contains three attributes. The first attribute is book ID. The book ID is referring from the book table, and program ID. This also referring from the library programming, and number of copies is the independent attribute. Just we need to create the book copies table and referring these two attributes from referring from the book table and library programming table. Okay, just open the MySQL command line. In my case, I can open the MySQL command line. You, in your cases, you can open MySQL Workbench or any other tools. You can create it. Next, first we will going to create the book table. Before we can create the book copies table, we need to use the what are the database we need to use it. Just use the database. I can already use the database. The database name is library, sorry, library database. Okay, we need to create book copies table. Create table book copies. Just next, number of copies, number of copies. This is the integer data type. Teacher. Next, book book ID. This is the this also integer data type. Next, programming ID is also integer data type. Integer data type. Next, foreign keys are the book ID. This is the book referring from the book table. Okay, book foreign key book ID references book of book ID on delete cascade. Okay, next, for foreign key programming ID references referring from the programming reference from the library programming table. Library programming um, programming ID. The programming ID on delete cascade. Next, the primary keys are there are two attributes. The first one is book ID and programming ID. Primary key is book ID and programming programming ID. Okay, close the book copies table. The query is okay, accepted. Okay, next we need to show the what are the fields we are created. Just give the command is desk book copies of the semicolon. Okay, here we are created attributes is number of copies and book IDs and programming, and this is the we already created. Next, insert data into this book copies values. Okay, before inserting the values, just we need to retrieve the book table and library program tables. Just enter the select star from book table. Okay, next, same as the library programming table also. Library programming library programming, sorry. Okay, sorry. This is the made mistake. Okay. Yeah, this is the library programming. We inserted values. Okay. These two tables we need to retrieve this. Now we need to insert the book copies values. Just insert into book copies values is copies is number of copies is 10, comma, the next is book id is 1, and next the programming id is 12. Okay, and this is the independent value, and this one is referring from the book id. This is the book id number, and the 12 is also a library programming id. This is the referring from the library program. That reason I have to retrieve the book table and library programming table. Okay, end of the line is semicolon. The query is okay. Next, uh, the id is library id is 13, and book id is 2, and uh, number of copies 10. Number of copies is also to be 10. Next, the programming id is 15, and the book id is 3. Okay, the where insert three values, just retrieve the what are the values we inserted. Just select star from book copies. Okay, just enter. Okay, now we see the number of copies, book id. Next, programming id. The number of copies 10, 10, 10. Book id 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the programming id. Okay, I inserted these three. In futuring table, we need to retrieve all those inquiries. Just we need to insert more number of values insert into the table. Okay, and now that's it, the this video. We'll see next table and next video. Until then, bye bye.